An alliance of Lincoln's largest employers is withholding their support for an electric rate increase. The Lincoln Employers Coalition says they aren't happy about the increase, however, aren't opposing it either. The proposal would increase the electric rates for each of its 7 classes of customers. LES estimates the increase will generate over $7.5 million and will be voted on by City Council in December. A court hearing originally set for Monday for Husker receivers coach Keith Williams has been delayed a month. Williams was arrested in August after a car accident in Lincoln and was later charged with his 3rd offense, DUI, and careless driving. Williams' attorney requested the continuance, saying both parties haven't completed discovery. After no objections from the state, Lancaster County Judge Timothy Phillips scheduled the hearing for November 21st.
Coming up live at 5 on Star City News, we have Bailey Hurley live at the death penalty debate at the City Campus Union and a new way to get in touch with emergency services in Lancaster County.
And an update on a fire that tragically killed a family of 6. All that coming up now. Good evening and welcome to Star City News. I'm Lauren Reams.
And I'm Bailey Hurley. A block of O Street is closed for road work from 9th and 10th Streets downtown.
The closure isn't for road maintenance, but a different construction project. Carly Jensen joins us live with more details from O Street. Lincoln police arrested 6 people after they found material to make methamphetamine at a home on 427 East Street. After stopping 35-year-old Aaron Collins and his 31-year-old passenger Desmond Hauser for a traffic violation near 17th and P Street. Officers carried out a search warrant for their home where they found 3 plastic totes containing meth ingredients. George Zindorf, Dennis Thompson, and 2 17-year-old girls were also arrested. All 4 adults are currently in jail. And a Nebraska State Patrol officer arrested a California woman after he discovered methamphetamine in her rental car. Police stopped 42-year-old Heather Valley for a traffic violation on Interstate 80 near Lincoln, where she said she was traveling to Des Moines in a friend's rental car. After a police dog was called, officers found 12 pounds of meth inside the car doors. Valley is in jail on suspicion of possession of meth with the intent to distribute and no drug tax stamp. Thanks, Dwayne. A 7-year eyesore is finally getting a much-needed facelift in the Havelock area. Officials say not only was the building a safety hazard, but will also help boost local business sales. 4 miles from the center of the city of Lincoln lies the area of Havelock. Dozens of businesses and restaurants occupy the main street, but one abandoned building has been causing some major issues. Over the last year, the City of Lincoln's Building and Safety had deemed the building unsafe.
Through the engineer's analysis, it was recommended that the entire brick facade come down. There wasn't enough good brick to do simply repair or refurbish, so the brick facade needed to come down. At that point, once it's made safe, then that's all the city's role is right now.
The owner of the building was unresponsive to the repeated attempts, so Lincoln took matters into its own hand. One business manager says the renovations are long overdue, but hopes the construction doesn't last too long.
And almost falling down for probably the last 5 years for sure. They even had to put a thing over the sidewalk to put up so that people wouldn't get hurt. So I'm just really glad because it does create a lot of problems down here, especially like right now they had to shut off our whole entire street in front of my business, so we've lost a little business this week to take care of it.
The repairs for the building are being paid through the Lincoln's Demolition Fund that can be used when dealing with an unresponsive owner.
To make Havelock look a little better over the past few years and start making it back into the little town it was. So.
I'm Lauren Reams reporting for Star City News. Now, construction did begin this morning and is only expected to last around a week. Whether the owner will keep the building open or sell it remains unknown. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Lauren Reams. And does Polly want a cracker? No. Polly wants a duck costume. Polly, a 6-month-old goat, suffers from anxiety, neurological issues, and is partially blind.
However, everything seems to be okay once he puts on this adorable duck costume. The costume relaxes him and even puts him to sleep. It's also used as his winter coat.
Oh my gosh. One day, maybe one day when I'm a successful producer and can buy my own goat, I'm going to name her Polly. and dress her in a duck costume.
Your goat's gonna have a lot of anxiety. That's just what you already know.
Yeah, probably. If I'm the owner.
Okay. Well, thank you for tuning in today.
The Nebraska Department of Correctional Services proposed revisions to the state execution protocol Monday that would keep the drugs and method of administration secret until 60 days before the execution. At that time, the inmate would be notified of drugs and the quantity that would be administered. A hearing on the proposed changes is scheduled for December 30th at the state office building. President-elect Donald Trump says he plans to nominate Georgia Representative and devoted critic of Obamacare Tom Price to head the Department of Health and Human Services. Trump called Price exceptionally qualified to shepherd our commitment to repeal and replace Obamacare and bring affordable and accessible health care to every American. Price chairs the House Budget Committee and has long called Obamacare a threat to quality and affordable health care. The nomination is subject to confirmation by the Senate. And Wisconsin is promising a fast and fair tally of votes from a presidential election after a recount was requested by Green Party candidate Jill Stein. The state denied to count all ballots by hand, but promises a very good audit. Recounting in all of Wisconsin's 72 counties will begin Thursday. And Time Warner Cable is switching markets. Charter Communications announced its launch of its Spectrum brand in Lincoln this morning. Charter purchased Time Warner, and officials say Spectrum's features include much faster internet speeds, no data caps, and customers are no longer required to sign contracts. Company officials say the switch over won't happen until early next year. And changes will soon be coming to the White House. President-elect Donald Trump has announced 2 administration appointments Sunday. Trump named Republican National Committee Chair Reince Priebus as his chief of staff. Trump also named former CEO of Breitbart Steve Bannon as the chief strategist. White nationalist leaders say they view Bannon as an advocate in the White House for certain policies they favor. Democrats and activists say Bannon helped encourage the alt-right movement. And people all across the country.
That's right, Brett and Michael. Police are asking for help in identifying the 2 Samaritans who jumped in to help the officer being attacked here at this very location off 9th and O on Sunday. Police say this is the 58th assault of an officer this year. Early Sunday evening, an LPD officer was near 9th and O Street when he noticed 34-year-old Juma Sakio going against the light. He stopped to talk to Sakio and noticed he was slurring his speech and was swaying. The 28-year-old officer attempted to bring Sakio into protective custody when he started fighting and trying to pull off his earpiece. 2 Samaritans noticed the struggle and came to the officer's aid. Before the officer could thank both men, they were gone. The LPD chief says the department is incredibly appreciative of the 2 men who stepped in.
We recognize that this is a rarity. It isn't something that happens every day. And we want to make sure and publicly acknowledge these individuals. Now, that doesn't mean that we need to broadcast their names through the news media, but we do have formal recognition efforts through the Lincoln Police Department.
Sakio was arrested on suspicion of third-degree assault on a police officer, failure to comply, and resisting arrest. According to the chief, there have been 58 assaults on an officer this year so far. There was a reported 52 in 2015 and 54 in 2014. On a national scale, in 2015 alone, there were over 50,000 cases of on-duty assaults, and over 48,000 cases were reported in 2014 to assaults on officers. The chief says the 2 Samaritans were a key reason the officer wasn't seriously harmed.
And their assistance was vital to preventing further injury to the officer, to the individual that was resisting, and then affecting the custodial arrest.
Police want to formally thank the Good Samaritans for helping and stepping in to help the officer. They also want to question both Samaritans about the incident before and after it happened. Police say to call their local dispatch number if you have any information on the incident. Reporting live off 9th and O Street, I'm Lauren Reams. Back to you at the desk.